Have you noticed in American sitcoms with hundreds of episodes, characters will learn lessons about their flaws and then still have the same flaws and still learn the same lesson again in future? It's frustrating because you thought you'd get some actual character development, but no, they need that archetype in place for future, so nobody can learn anything. That's Actually, it's kind of realistic, isn't it? I listened to some of my songs from a hot decade ago and realized that in those with a more socio-psychological theme, I was describing the same problems that I still choose to struggle with. I'd already admitted and confronted and satirized it literally as a child. And that satire still describes me, because I guess some flaws are permanent, and the best we can do to confront them is to navigate around them or through them. You can't get over it. Just acknowledge it. Of course, when one of your flaws is overanalysis, it's important to note that flaws tend to be described relationally, like if you can never interpret subtext, for example, that wouldn't matter if there weren't all those pesky other people. Other people do exist, so I've heard. And they have flaws too, and maybe someday I'll interact with one and we'll each have stuff to navigate in how we overlap. Each relationship, let's not use that word in case you hear it with a capital R, each interaction will involve addressing your flaws and tangent your differences. Anyone I know well, I also know our differences. I guess anyone I know at all, but those with fewer differences I'm more likely to know well. But still differences, because that person isn't exactly me. Very few are. I'd be really good at keeping exactly me company. I'd know all of my needs and boundaries. Is there a dating app for selves? A few years back, Channel 4 was advertising for this ridiculous dating show called Game of Clones, where each person gets an array of matches that allegedly match their described preferred type. Alleged lookalikes of each other.
I guess they share one important feature in your eyes.
And I responded to that pretending I was gonna apply under the pretense that all the clones would be of me. They were not of me. Are you saying that I get to date 10 people who look like me? Not quite. If selected, the team would find 10 people who look just like your ideal type. My ideal type is me. Pillock. A well-honed relationship interaction will indulge all the compatible points, or at least most of them, and then allow space for the incompatibilities, which, given enough space, they're not even incompatibilities, just ways to tell yourselves apart. Ooh, let's say tessellations, like if two shapes have bits that don't tessellate, then they could just be on the other side of the shape, and that could tessellate with something else. Maybe it's interests that one of you holds and the other one can't sincerely indulge. And, you can go get fulfilled on that interest somewhere else, you slut. And these differences may also include your sitcom flaws. I think when a relationship... a relationship has dissipated and I've understood it, it was due to a flaw or a difference or incompatibility that was, well, it was always there. Always a micro tension, because there will always be those. But with enough awareness of where they are, they're not really going to chafe. And the happily ever after version is one where all of the micro tensions are kept acknowledged and understood. And we ensure that each participant is fulfilled within or out with the interaction. And then a harmony is established despite the differences in our individual vibratos. Because we can do that. Or at least I can do that, I have perfect pitch. The people with perfect pitch, due to their absolutist approach, tend to have relatively impaired relative pitch, like when you relate to... Damn.